welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where I wanted to continue the main story of Heavensward. Unfortunately, the episode I had originally recorded was a bit ruined, so I'm using New Game Plus to record this part. Starts here with this House Fortum's Knight and Sir Aemeric. Mr. Shadowstar, you have come at the most excellent time. An invitation from a truly preeminent personage was delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would that you had been present to receive it, but in any event, Sir Aemeric de Burrell, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and Viscount of House Burrell, cordially invites Mr. Shadowstar to dine with him at his estate. You seem surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date, when the arrangement for a peace conference was still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afforded little opportunity for leisure, but with the happy advent of peace, 'tis plain the Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you? I should be glad to accept. Indeed, who would not? You will forgive me if I seem envious. I shall send word of your acceptance to Burrell Manor at once. When you are ready, pray report to the Astrologicum. We will have someone escort you the rest of the way. Aemeric did indeed broach the subject before with us. I believe he invited us to a drink or something like that. And the Astrologicum. Greetings and well met, Mr. Shadowstar. I have the honor and privilege to serve as head steward of House Burrell, though admittedly our staff is somewhat smaller than those of other noble families, being countable on one hand. My lord will be overjoyed to hear that you have accepted this invitation. As you will soon see, we have spared no expense. I dare say a woman of action such as yourself enjoys nary a moment's respite. Aye, the battlefield beckons even now, I'm sure, but for this day, we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity.
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn. I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
No more, thank you.
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, To hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
Why not join me on the next? No, too many duties.
Well, truth be told, when I think back on the sweeping vistas of the churning mists, I do feel some slight pangs of wanderlust. Alas, much as I would like to accept your invitation, I fear my present duties with the House of Lords demand my undivided attention. Someday, perhaps.
Perhaps.
By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform. The formation of the Republic is but the beginning, for it is not only our system of governance which must needs change. We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past. I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success, that I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern. Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all, and it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect. The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you.
And we thank you. Please don't be poisoned. For once.
May I ask a personal question?
Sure, but I don't promise to answer.
Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
News from House Fulton?
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay. Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago, bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
For every ending marks a new beginning.
New voice actor. Or new narrator, rather. Because this is not...
From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn. As did she.
This is not Count Photons.
Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
Yes.
Is that...
Alize, Alphinaud's twin sister. She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness. I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Heavensward, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder. 'Twas only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Aemeric.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood. We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous. For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphinaud. She will be attended by our most skilled chirurgeons. Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer.
All right.
The Warriors of Darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the Primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Zelphatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
All right.
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Surely I won't let her Yes, I know. We must trust Captain Whitecape and his chirurgeons. Did they not bring Estinian back from the very brink of death? I'm uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside for days on end. What say you, my friend? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we have yet the power to influence? As Alvinor and many others know all too well, there's no rest for the righteous. So the warriors of darkness and the Astians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning, that they might put her to the sword. Then, when we first encountered them in Lova's Nav, they were confronting Ravana. Gods, has this been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Alvino? There's much and more I do not understand, but I know this. A primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alize risked her life to uncover this plot, and we squander her gift at our peril. Serenia, will you accompany me to Selvatol and help me stop the Exile's ritual? That's what I do, right? Given that Ishgard shares a border with the Exile homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of his ritual. We have been willing to suffer the beastman's intrusions into Carven lands to a point, but the summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. You shall have our fastest airship, Master Alvino. The mountains of Selvatol are not easily traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, Sir Aemeric, but I fear an aerial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland after all, and Exali dirigibles are not to be underestimated. No, experience tells me the only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Selvatol by way of a mountain pass east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for a contingent of a camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure your safe passage through the mountains and escort you thence to Selvatol. Though my men are unqualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Exile. We should be glad of their assistance, Lord Edmund. In the event of Mistress Alize regains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. Then let us be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. Okay, and we want to go to Camp Dragonhead next. Have you everything you require then? Excellent. The entrance to the pass is north of Netalan and due east of Camp Dragonhead. Though it's normally guarded by a score of Exali warriors, I've been informed that House Fortom's knights have already dispatched them. The enemy's gate lies open. We need but walk through. We have everything in hand here, miss. No need to worry, and may I say what an honor it is to work with you, miss? Beyond this gate lies a trail which leads us to Selvatol. According to my map, it looks to be a relatively straightforward route, albeit one through exceedingly dangerous territory. Mr. Shadowstar, Master Alvino, as you can see, the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity around the first mountain. Simply put, they are up to something and don't want anyone interfering. We stand ready to escort you to Selvatol and aid you as you see fit. Given the numbers we are like to encounter, a two-pronged approach may be best. But the knights and I feign a larger attack to draw the Exile's attention, I suggest you and yours attempt to slip past their defenses and locate the site of their summoning ritual. If the gods are good, we should only have to deal with some few patrols. But if they're not, you may be forced to do battle with the Warriors of Darkness. And at this point we unlock the dungeon Zelfatol. And this is where I ended the episode last time, and I will do that this time too. Because I would like to have a dungeon in a separate episode. Until next time then, when we go into Zelfatol, I am Ace, and don't get lost.